What would you do if you found out someone had been living inside your house, watching you while you sleep? Not for a day, not for a week, but for an entire year. And the worst part, they were only a few feet away the whole time. This is a true story. This happened to a 58-year-old man in Japan. He lived alone, quiet life, routine, predictable, nothing unusual, until things started to feel wrong. At first, it was easy to ignore. Food started going missing. Not everything, just small things. A yogurt cup, half a bottle of juice, leftovers. Slightly disturbed, he thought. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he ate it late at night and didn't remember. But then it kept happening again, and again. Then came the sounds. Every night, around the same time, soft footsteps, very light, almost careful, like someone was trying not to be heard. He would wake up suddenly, heart racing, and listen. Silence, complete silence. He checked everything. Closets, windows, doors, under the bed. Nothing. Oh, nothing. No sign of forced entry. No broken locks. Everything normal. Too normal. Days turned into weeks, but the feeling didn't go away. It got worse. One morning, he woke up and immediately felt something was off. The room looked the same, but not right. A chair was slightly moved. A cupboard door slightly open. He was sure he had closed it. That's when fear turned into something deeper. Not confusion, not anxiety, but dread. He realized something chilling. Either he was losing his mind, or he wasn't alone. Turning point cameras installed, so he made a decision. He installed security cameras all over his house. In the kitchen, living room, hallways, and one facing his bedroom. That night, he tried to sleep, but he couldn't. Every sound felt louder, every shadow darker. Finally, exhaustion took over, and he fell asleep. The next morning, he checked the footage. At first, nothing. Hours of normal footage, empty rooms, still silence. Then, at exactly 2:32 a.m., something moved. The camera in the kitchen flickered slightly, and then from the top of a cupboard, a small panel slowly opened. At first, nothing came out, just darkness, deep, unnatural darkness. Then a hand appeared, paler, thin, gripping the edge. Slowly, a woman crawled out. Her movements were unnatural, too slow, too quiet, like she had done this many times before. She dropped onto the floor without making a sound, barefoot. And then she didn't move. She just stood there in the dark, facing the direction of his bedroom, watching for several seconds. She didn't blink, didn't move. Just stared. Then she walked toward the fridge, opened Italiano, had his food, drank from his bottles, calm, comfortable, like she belonged there. After a few minutes, she walked back, climbed onto the counter, and disappeared back into the cupboard, pulling the panel shut behind her, like she was never there. The man sat there, frozen, watching the footage again and again and again, trying to understand what he just saw. Then it hit him. This wasn't the first time. The way she moved, the way she knew exactly where everything was. She had been living there for a long time. Days, weeks. No, Elmos. Yeah, sleeping in his attic, hiding inside his cupboards, coming out only when he slept, eating his food, walking through his house, watching him every. He immediately called the police. They searched the house and found her hidden in a small attic space with bottled food were evidence that she had been living there comfortably for months. She had her own routine, her own hiding place, her own secret life inside his home. The man was safe physically, but mentally. Imagine knowing that every night, while you slept peacefully, someone was just a few feet away, watching, waiting, breathing in the same air, and you never knew. Tonight, before you sleep, look around your room carefully, because sometimes you're not as alone as you think. If this gave you chills, hit like and subscribe for more real horror stories, and tell me in the comments, what would you do if you found this in your house?